99% of beginners are practicing wrong, which leads to months of stalled progress because they don't understand the two most important things in drumming: what to practice and how to practice. I'm going to show you the top 5 exercises beginner drummers need that will help you build a solid foundation. Plus, I'll point out some common beginner mistakes you should avoid. We're going to start simple and then move up a level with each exercise, so see if you can keep up as we go along. First exercise is the perfect starting point because it gets your hands and feet working together, and it's this. Right 8 times and left 8 times. Now, this might seem simple and boring and like, Dimitri, why are you even telling me this? But it's not about the pattern. It's honestly never about the pattern. It's about how you play the pattern, whatever that pattern is, that really matters. By the way, notation for this lesson is free. I'll put the link below. This exercise is all about mastering your rebound strokes. Now, what does it mean to actually master those rebound strokes? Well, you're looking to keep your hands totally relaxed. The way you're holding the stick is as loose as possible. You want to really make sure that you have that gap in between your thumb and index finger at all times, and your back fingers are on the stick in between each and every stroke. That's happening. You see how the back fingers are still on there? We don't want it to be loose like this. Whoa, like this, where it's all wobbly. That's where timing inconsistency happens, which brings us to the next thing. So timing, grip, dynamics. One of the most important things you want to do is make sure those dynamics are consistent. With dynamics, for instance, I have my drum hub students start with full vertical rebound strokes with an open finger position. We're not closing the fingers and opening them back up. They actually stay open the whole time. It bounces back up, and all you're moving is your wrist. Make sure you're not using your elbow either. So it shouldn't be this, but just wrist. You can actually isolate and hold. You'll notice the back fingers are on the stick the entire time, and they kind of pull the stick, and the stick bounces back up, pulls the fingers with it, so they always stay perfectly with the stick. The other important thing here is, like I said, we're doing rebound strokes. That means that the stick comes back up. Now, you need to make sure you're giving it enough snap and speed and power coming down, and the stick's going to want to bounce back up if you're using a rubber pad, a medium or high tuned snare drum. A low tuned snare won't do it. I do recommend like a rubber pad to start, so you have like maximum bounce to really feel this, even though not every drum is going to have that when you put it on the kit. Finally, dynamic consistency. Try this stick leveling technique where you place one stick behind the other, back it off an inch, and your goal is to have the stick bounce back up to the original position and not hit the stick behind it, but bounce back very close to the stick, so that you know that every stroke is starting from the same stick height and then coming down, hitting at the same speed, coming back up, which means your dynamics are going to get very consistent. With all of that, you do it with both hands. My mic's in the way a little bit. And then once you've practiced this, you can do different stroke heights. You don't have to do full vertical height. Here's half height, 8 each. You're going to feel like you're dribbling a basketball. One of the most important things you can practice and get is these rebound strokes. I was just helping a drum hub student who's been playing for 20, 30 years. He has plenty of chops, but they weren't efficient. So we got him playing just this so that he can bounce the stick and make everything come back a lot more relaxed, a lot more free. All right, let's play it together now. Goal tempo is 80 BPM. We're playing eighth notes, and I want you to get this as consistent as possible. We're going to go for a couple of bars. As you play along with me, I want you to get it comfortable, get nice and relaxed, get really locked in timing wise, and then just keep rewinding this video. Do this section for 5 minutes straight. You only should be moving on when you can get every single note the same volume the entire exercise. Now at this speed, I'm not going to do full height. I'm going to do a little bit lower than that. As you go faster and faster, the stick heights get lower and lower. Exercise 2 is all about single strokes, but we're going to practice them in a very special way. This is the very first way that I was taught to practice singles. If you haven't been practicing your singles this way, I highly, highly recommend you do it. It's actually going to start with exercise 1. We're starting with eighth notes, followed by left lead singles, left eighth notes, rebound strokes, followed by right, left, right, left. Now, I do recommend you do it one measure each. Everything about this exercise, the parameters are just the same as the first one. Stick heights get lower as you play faster. I'm going to play it a little bit faster for you, and then we're going to practice it together slow. Right eighth notes, left, right, left, right, left eighth notes, right, left, right, left. Ugh. Hard to say that fast. I can't do it. Slap a metronome on, do this for 10 minutes straight, and make sure it's as even and as relaxed as possible, completely consistent dynamics. And then once that's in place, don't speed up. Just do that every day, 5-10 minutes a day for a week. Only then should you try bumping it up 5 or 10 BPM. So you want to start really, really slow, 40 BPM or slower. Just put that metronome on all 16th notes. Even if you're not playing them all, it'll really help you. Let's do it together if you're ready. Now, again, do that along with me every single day. Come back to this video, or better yet, I made a video playing variations of this exercise at tons of different tempos that you can use as a practice tool. You can play along with it. I'll put that link in the description and put a card up here for you to click on. So make sure you're going and doing that every day. Now, exercise 3 is a simplified version of what I call the rhythmic checklist. A lot of people call it the grid system. And what it is every possible combination of rhythms that you can play within one cell of a given subdivision. So today we're going to be talking about 16th notes. We're going to keep things really simple, just talk about the first 4 rhythms. So there's only 4 possible rhythms within a grouping of 4 16th notes. We can do 1 E and that's quarter notes, 1 E and 2 E and 3 and so on. You can play the E, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and you can play the and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and or you can play the 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and I would recommend you count and clap all of this stuff before you move on to the actual exercise we're going to be talking about. Now, the exercise, we're going to involve all 4 of these rhythms, and we're going to play them a very specific way. I want you to have your leading hand, your dominant hand, always playing the first rhythm. Okay, so that's going to play 1, 2, 3, and 4, while the other hand, for most of us, that's going to be the left hand, is going to vary between all 4 variations. The first rhythm is both hands totally together, completely consistent. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and I would also say do this on 2 different surfaces, but you also do not need sticks or drums. Just tap your hands on whatever and you're good. So the second rhythm is 1 with the right hand, weaker hand on the E. 1 E, 2 E, 3 E. Third rhythm, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and E and fourth rhythm, 1 E and 2, 3, and then loop it. So I want you to do it along with me. I want you to play with me, counting out loud, and we're gonna do a couple loops of this right now. Try it out. 1, 2, 3 E and ready, go. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E, 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E, 3 E, 4 E, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a hit the rim, a 1 E and a 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 E and a 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4 E and a E and a E and a E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1. Okay, got that? It doesn't matter what drum you're hitting. You can move it around the drums, but do that every day. But I also want you to do it like this. Flip those hands. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. 1 E and a 2 E, 3 E and a 4 E and a E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 E and a 1 E, 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E, 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 again, 1 E and a 2 E, E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 E, a 1. Now, if you're not counting out loud, you're cheating. Do it with me or do it with a metronome. Make sure you can do both hands very comfortably. And let's move on to exercise 4. Don't forget, I've put all the notation into a free PDF for you to download. I'll put the link below for you to grab it. And if you don't want to miss the next lessons like this one, then make sure you hit subscribe. Now, exercise 4 is called the 5-stroke roll. We're specifically talking about a fantastic exercise to practice your doubles. It's a lot like exercise 2, the Joe Morello Stone Killer exercise, where it forces you to lead those doubles with either hand, and you can make a lot of different variations with this. In essence, with a double stroke roll, which is right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, we're going to shorten that to 5 notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Right, right, left, left, right. However, a lot of people might do it just like that. Right, right, left, left, right. Right, right, left, left, right. We're going to flip that and then go from that to left, left, right, right, left. Left, left, right, right, left. But we're going to alternate every single time. If you just look at the sticking, check this out. It looks like this. Very simply, right, right, left, left, right. Accent that last 5th note. Right, right, left, left, left. Accent the 5th note there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So try that. Don't worry about technique. Just do some bounces, rebounds, wrist strokes at this tempo with me. 1, 2, right, right, left, left, right. Go. Right, right, left, left, right. And left, left, right, right, left. Right, right, left, left, right. Left, left, right, right, left. And right, right, left, left, right. Left, left, right, right, left. But to make this really fun, we're going to squish the timing together. And we're going to do right, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3, 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 1 and 2 and 3. Right, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left. Right, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left. Now this sounds so cool when you play it up to speed. But in order to do that, you're going to want to practice your open close technique, nice and slow. So I'm going to leave a link in the description for you to check that out and practice that technique. Open, close, 5, open, close, 5. But don't worry about that right now unless you've gotten it before. We're going to practice just right, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left. Together, it's going to look like this. Get those sticks ready. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. Right, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, 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 left. 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3. Right, right, left, left, right, right, right. Yeah, saying the wrong thing. Like I said, bonus points if you go watch the other video and do this technique. Keep that timing super even. And stop. Exercise number 5, we're talking about single strokes again, but with a very specific technique. Looks like this. Now, what we're talking about here is called Moeller technique. A Moeller technique is just about the most natural way to get accents and non-accents into your playing with one hand with extremely little effort. The amazing thing about this, with all these notes, it just feels like I'm doing this. And without a stick, I'm just flopping my hand around. That's it. Because of that, all these extra notes happen. Now, I'm going to give you a shortcut to doing the miniature version of this technique, and then I want you to work on that with me now, and then go and watch this other video that is going to show you the technique in depth. So we're going to do a whip stroke, and then we're going to do tap strokes. So that whipping stroke, here's the important thing. You're no longer going to play up and down like this, but we're going to make sure whenever you go to play an accent, you lift from your wrist. So I want you to imagine that you're a puppet, a marionette, and you have a string coming off of your wrist. Now, if you have a string on your wrist, literally do this. Imagine it. What happens when you pull that string, your wrist goes limp and it falls down. So you want to lift up like that. When you do that and then just come down nice and relaxed, you've got your whipping stroke. You can keep it nice and small. And the real secret to all of this is you lift and you tap on the way up. So you're going to hear that note. And then play the accent afterwards. The sequence is going to be whip, tap, tap, but the second tap, the third note, is the lift. The final thing that's going to really help you with this technique, so you lift from the wrist, do that whipping stroke, stop it low so that you're not bouncing up in this case. The opposite of the rebound strokes we learned in exercise 1. Then you do the tap, and then the second tap, the third note, lift from the wrist, you just tap almost by accident on the way up. Whip, keep it down, tap, keep it down, lift and tap. Whip, tap, lift, whip, tap, lift, whip, tap, lift, whip, tap, lift. Make sure you practice that with both hands. So whip, tap, lift, whip, tap, lift. It does not have to be loud or high. Look, it can be a low height, so to speak. And make sure you do it really, really slow. So before we do the play along, I would also recommend you go really slow with both hands. I would do just the right hand and then just the left hand, because doing it together is great, but make sure they're both mastered first. Once that's going on, whip, tap, lift, whip, tap, lift. Just put the other hand in between. Whip and tap and lift and whip and tap and lift and whip and tap and lift. And the other hand's just tapping in this case. So whip and tap and lift, whip, tap, 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 lift. We're going to start just with your leading hand and then add the other hand in between. Here we go. And whip, tap, lift, ready, set, go. Whip, tap, lift, whip, tap, lift, whip, tap, lift, whip, tap, lift. 4 more. 1, 2, 3. Add the other hand. Ready, go. Whip and tap and lift and whip, tap, lift, whip and tap and lift, whip, tap, lift. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. All right, you want to try a little faster? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. In order to master these exercises, you need to get your hand technique fixed, or else everything you play on the drums is going to be sloppy. So make sure you watch this video next, where I'll show you how to get that fixed in as few steps as possible.